Relief-centeredness is the rule in the world. To have sustainable relief where the comfort zone is protected against anything that disrupts it, that is what worldly people want. That is why they want to be a winner. That is why they conform to what you can call society. That is why people enforce boundaries. That is why people become violent or they sustain violence. It is to reach sustainable relief. And those that have reached sustainable relief, those are the ones that are promoted in the media, also in history books, because why? They're the ones that make it. They are the winners. They are the ones that matter. They are the important ones. And this gives the illusion that all others that don't have sustainable relief, that they are not important. And this is a trap that worldly people fall into. It's a trap we all fell into. It's by the grace of God, it's by Christ's intervention that some of us became aware of this deception over here. Because the only reason the people that are winners in this thing we call society are winners is because they operate at the expense of the majority. And the majority is in agreement with relief seeking. That's why the majority praises the winners and wants to become like the winners. And that's why the majority fights against each other to become winners. And the majority is not aware that the winners aren't really winners at all. The winners are deceivers that are in agreement with the devil to trap people. Why? Because when people are looking for relief, they don't have any perspective. And because they have no perspective, they can't see what's going on. Very rarely will you find a worldly individual that's someone that's unsafe that can see the bigger picture. Why do you think that looking at the bigger picture is seen as philosophical? Because very, very few worldly people, I'm talking about people that aren't born again, that don't have the Holy Spirit, very few of them can see the bigger picture. And those that see the bigger picture are often shunned or labeled as crazy. We don't want to hear them. We are interested in our relief. That's where our will is. That's where our interest is, in sustainable relief. Everything else to us is BS, is nonsense. We don't want to hear it. So this is the deception that keeps the world going. And for those that follow Christ, for those that are delivered, realize how blessed you are that you are seeing through this deception. Because most people out there, even many believers, when you talk with them and make an attempt to explain this unto them, they will not understand it. And even when they begin to notice that you're telling the truth, they don't want it. Why? Because they are so invested in relief-centeredness. They want sustainable relief, not deliverance. Deliverance is the one thing worldly people are afraid of. When you are delivered, you disrupt this thing called society. You disrupt their avoidance. You disrupt their stonewalling. You disrupt their darkness. And they can't stand that. Why do you think that the people at Gadara, after the demon-possessed man was delivered of those towns of demons, why did you think they became afraid of him when he was in his right mind? When he was out of his mind, in a reprobate mind, harming himself, and people around him, people were at ease, in the sense that they were relieved. But the moment they saw him in his right mind, they became terrified. Why were they terrified of someone in his right mind? Because it disrupts their relief. Just think about it. Someone had thousands of demons, was harming himself, he was running around naked, the prisons couldn't contain him, so he became a danger on the road. And I mentioned before, he was living at the graveyard. And now this man is in his right mind. This is a great miracle, something to rejoice. No, they became terrified because they felt at ease by having a monster around, because they could compare themselves to the monster and feel good about themselves. That was their investment. They had no intention of revising their way of thinking, of revising their will, because they invested so much in that thinking, so much in that will, that they didn't want to face the dissolvement of their idols. So they rather had someone that was like a village of demons. They rather had a monster luring around than to have someone being delivered in his right mind. It sounds very disturbing, but that's the world you live in. But you know what? Don't fret about it. For those that follow Christ, who are also delivered, realize how blessed you are because you see through the deception. That being said, keep agreeing with Christ and be at peace.